Hello and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's stream. Hope you enjoyed today. We are going to be looking at Crystal Palace taking on Tottenham. The Premier League leaders go to their former rival, or the manager in charge of Crystal Palace now, their former rival Patrick Vieira, who is obviously captain at Arsenal. It's going to be an interesting game for sure. And I'm looking forward to it. Last time I did Crystal Palace, I remember doing Crystal Palace was the game where Liverpool scored 7, so it was a while ago. But yeah, that's the last time I remember ever covering Crystal Palace. Chris, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you, mate. How are you? And 1-0 Spurs. And Major Man, thank you so much for tuning in as well. Hope you are well also. Guaita is in goal for Palace. Ward, Anderson, Guehi, Mitchell, Gallagher, Kouyaté, MacArthur, Zaha, Benteke and Ayew are the team for Crystal Palace. Spurs team, Lloris is in goal. Emerson Royale is the right back today. Tanganga, who had a very, very good game in the opening day against Manchester City, is going to be playing centre-back this time alongside Eric Dyer. Reguilon is at left-back. Højbjerg, Skip, Winks, Lucas, Kane and Ali make up the front three there. On the bench, Butland, Klein, Odson Edouard, who signed from Celtic, Will Hughes, who signed from Watford, Martin Kelly, Milivojevic, Elise, Riedwald and Tompkins. Tottenham's side is as follows. Ben Davis is on the bench. Doherty is on the bench. Brian Hill is on the bench. Galini is on the bench. Makande is on the bench. Ndombele, O'Mole, Joe Rodon and Dane Scarlett all make the bench. So there's several players out for both sides. Eze, Nathan Ferguson and Schlupp are all missing through injury for Crystal Palace. And there's a couple of people quarantining after going over to South America. Those are Lo Celso and Romero, who were taken off the pitch after during the game against Brazil. So that is very, very interesting. Bergwijn is got an ankle injury. Sanchez is also quarantining, obviously coming back from Colombia. Sessegnon is out with a knock, and Son Heung-min is out, and looks like he will be out for a couple of games. Just myself, thanks, mate. That's very good. Will be tight game as always at Selhurst Park between these two teams. Yeah, they're always pretty solid, but I think it will be could be another 1-0 to Spurs. Applied for a job at Starbucks. Very nice. Hope that goes well. Let me know how you get on. Hello, Mike. Great to be back. Hi, Jack. Thank you so much for tuning in. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. So it's the first time that Nuno and Patrick Vieira have probably met as managers, certainly since obviously they've never been in the Premier League together before. So that will be interesting to see how they get on. There is some other games taking place at the minute. West Ham women are taking on Aston Villa women. That kicked off at 11:30. At 12:30, there is a game in the Scottish Premiership as well. St Johnstone taking on Rangers. So we'll keep across that one as well. There's no game in the Championship at 12:30 today. So we won't be keeping across on that one. And then there's several games kicking off at 3 o'clock. Not sure if I'm going to do a 3 o'clock stream or not. We will have to see. What's your prediction? Mine is 3-1 Spurs. I was thinking 1-all. I think I'm going to go 1-all. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with 1-all. Carlisle away at Crawley at 3 p.m. today. Hereford's game's postponed due to COVID. So yeah, Crawley. They're managed by that bloke who's always fun in his interviews. They're not going too well. He should beat Crawley. Yeah, should beat Crawley for sure. So Skip's in midfield. So he had a very, very good loan spell with Norwich last season. So it's good to see him getting involved and potentially having a very, very good season. Could see him get involved with England under-21s and, of course, England national side as well. Jeff, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me know how you're getting on. West Ham women are beating Aston Villa women 1-0, by the way, at the break. and that's just gone in for half time. Yeah, so there is some games kicking off. A lot of games kicking off at 3 o'clock. We have a full 6 fixtures. Aston Villa aren't one of those sides. Arsenal take on Norwich. Brentford take on Brighton. Leicester take on Manchester City. Manchester United will have Newcastle. And Southampton, West Ham, and then Watford, Wolves. We beat Salford last game, so I do expect us to beat Crawley. Salford aren't going very well at all, are they? They're very, very much struggling. So it'll be interesting to see how they continue and see how they get on in the future. But I thought they'd get promoted, but it doesn't look like that will happen. It looks like they are going to be in for a tough season. They're 20th. I was expecting them to get promoted, but they're not having a very good start. It won't be long before he's sacked if he carries on the way he is. I'm going to put a poll out. Oh, you can only have yes and... Oh, no. That's not... Yeah, I'm going to put a poll out. I don't know how it's gone. I'm not sure the poll was gone. Hello. Oh, there we are. How do I get that away? That's it. Hello. I think 2-1 Spurs. Hi, Callum. Thank you for joining the stream. How you doing? Hope you are doing well. I've gone 1-1. I just think Palace might get something from today. I'm not sure why. Is anyone going to go for Palace? I've gone for a draw, but I can't vote in it, which is annoying. Right, okay. So, how have these two sides got on so far this season? Well, Tottenham have won all 3 games so far, beating Manchester City, Watford, and Wolves, all a goal to nil. And they find themselves top. 3 goals scored, no goals conceded, and 3 wins. It's a bit different for Palace. They lost on the opening day to Chelsea 3 goals to nil, and then draws against Brentford and West Ham leave them 14th. Conor Gallagher scoring twice in the game against West Ham to get the point there. So he started off the season not too bad at all. Yeah, so like I said, I'm thinking about doing like a 3 o'clock stream, but I'm not sure how it's going to go yet. So it might not be one, so don't get your hopes up. But it's in the works. It's in the works. I had to ring up Crystal Palace once, and they were very, very nice. So I've always had a soft spot for them since. Spurs win, says Jeff. So Jeff thinks it will be a Spurs win. (2-0) Spurs. So everyone's going for Spurs. Looks like we've had a Palace vote. Carlisle next 3 games are winnable. Away at Crawley today, home to Scunthorpe, and next Saturday away to Sutton. Sutton aren't going very well, are they? Need to put my headphone in really, because otherwise I won't know what's going on. So kickoff is at 12:30. There are some games taking place this weekend that we'll be covering. We'll probably be doing the game at 4:30 between Leeds and Liverpool. Tuesday, I'm going to try and do a stream. I do work Tuesday, but I am back at 5, looking at Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. Wednesday, maybe Liverpool versus Milan. We'll see what we can do. In terms of streams. Incredible long season in the FL, so hard to judge any team. Yeah, you can start off poor and then do very well. Like Bolton, for example, they started off very poorly and ended up getting promoted. So it's a long, long season, and there's nothing won after a few games. An incredible long season. It is an incredible long season. You're right. So I'm interested to see how Arsenal get on against Norwich today. I think it would be the end of Arteta's reign if they were to lose against someone like Norwich and end up being rock bottom of the league. I know they're bottom of the league at the minute, but they would be rock bottom of the league if they were to lose. You know, they'd be nowhere near. Like, it would be a disaster. It would be an absolute disaster if Arsenal were to lose today. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes on. Arsenal have to beat Norwich. They have to beat Norwich. You're right. Oh, my headphones are all mixed up. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they both get on. But it's going to be, we've got the return of Ronaldo as well. City going to Leicester. So there's lots to look forward to this week, particularly today. And then we've got the Champions League starting again, so that's going to be intriguing as well. If you are just joining, feel free to get involved in the chat and say hello. First game of walking football. Hope it goes well, Jeff. I'm sure it will be nice for you. First stream for a couple of weeks because it's been an international break and I don't stream during the international break. Tottenham are coming in as well. Oh, that was just the bench. Hi, Nicholas. Thank you for tuning in. I support Everton, and also I say 4-2 Spurs. You're going for 6 goals in this game. That's interesting. That's a lot more than I've gone for. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are well. We are 28 subscribers. Ooh, less than that. We are 16 subscribers away from hitting 5,000. So if you haven't already, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Here come the Tottenham team. There's Harry Winks. There is Lucas Moura, Dele Alli, Højbjerg. I think Sheffield United will climb now. Do you support Spurs? I don't support Spurs. This is just a T-shirt from Primark. It's not a Tottenham shirt or anything. I support a team called Hereford who play in the National League North. Yes, so Sideshow Bob, you're wasting your time really because I don't support Spurs. I'm just someone who streams a lot of games. I do a lot of streams on football, so yeah, it's not like I don't support Spurs or anything. So it's just I just try to cover a lot of games. If you have a look on my previous videos, I do a lot of different ones. So here is the team for Crystal Palace: Guaita, Ward, Joachim Anderson, Guehi, Mitchell, Gallagher, Kouyaté, MacArthur, Zaha, Benteke and Ayew. Spurs got a new player today who is starting today. Yes, Emerson Royale makes his start after joining from Barcelona after previously being on loan at Betis, I want to say. Spurs' team is as follows. Lloris is in goal. Emerson makes his debut. Tanganga, Dyer, Reguilon, Højbjerg, Skip, Winks, Lucas Moura, Kane and Ali. There's 3 young players all on the bench for Tottenham as well. Benteke will get a header, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully it will be a good game. Hopefully Crystal Palace can battle. I know Tottenham have not been breached yet at all. If Salford don't improve in the next game, I expect Gary Boyer to be sacked. Yeah, I would expect that as well because you can't go on like that. You can't go on like that. So, yeah, so they're just saying that Tanganga and Dyer is not the usual mix that they have. So it'd be interesting to see how they adapt and how can Benteke get at the back 2 that they have currently, Tottenham. Because obviously there's no Davinson Sanchez today. Romero is not there as well. So they've got, which makes me think that they could get at, obviously, Emerson as well starting for the first time. How will he fit into the English football? First time playing with all these players. Be interesting to see. Hi Mike, BCNEFDE. Thanks for joining the stream. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. I'm going to start my own paranormal group. Very nice. Hope it's something you enjoy. Jeff, Salford have the money backing. They should be top, really. Yeah, but you see, look at Forest Green. It's taken them ages to get promoted. There is going to be a minute silence for the victims of the 9/11 terror attack that happened 20 years ago in New York. Before we start the game, very, very, very sad indeed, and I'd like to send my condolences to everyone that was involved in that 20 years ago today. So we are looking at Crystal Palace versus Tottenham. I'm not expecting a huge amount of people to come in. I'm not sure this is a game that everyone wants to watch, but we will be streaming it anyway from start to finish. It's more the 3 o'clock games that are going to get a lot more coverage, with Ronaldo starting as well. I assume he'll be starting. So we've had 14 votes so far, and it's Spurs with 71% of the votes. Draw is 21%, and Palace have 7%. So we'll get kicking off underway in a second. There's John Moss. He will be the ref today. Jared Gillett is the VAR, the Australian referee. Players take the knee, and we are underway for the first half. I packed 99 Firmino on FIFA the other day. I know it's the end of FIFA 21, but thought I'd say well done, Callum. That's really good. I bet you're pleased because you're obviously a Liverpool fan. Here's Joel Ward. Joel Ward brings the ball forward, and the ball has gone out of play for a throw. Jermaine Genius is alongside Darren Fletcher today, which is always a delight to hear the dulcet tones of Jermaine Genius. So throw in to Spurs. Yeah, that's really good, Callum. Really good. Hopefully, it's something that you can help build. I had quite a good side when I think I had 19, and I think I quite enjoyed it. Free kick to Spurs. Royale with fouled there by MacArthur. McCarthy's no longer there. Where's McCarthy gone? Where did McCarthy go? I know he's been sold. Well, he left. I think he left on a free. James McCarthy. Oh, he's gone to Celtic. I knew he'd left. They go long Tottenham, and it's headed away by Anderson. Do you think Arsenal will have a chance to finally get their first win of the season? Of the season versus Norwich? Yeah, I think so. I think they will beat Norwich, yeah. Yeah, they should beat Norwich. Zaha is fouled by Emerson Royale. It's going to be a very, very tough opening day for Royale, his opening debut rather, because he's up against Zaha. I play FIFA 21 and the players are extremely cheap now. I'm going to lose a lot as the profit won't rise. Sad face. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably just because the game's coming to an end. New one will be out soon. Alex, during the stream, how you doing? Bad defeat for Derby last night against Birmingham. I didn't watch much of it, to be honest with you, if I'm being honest. Manchester United scored prediction today, and you think Ronaldo will score? If so, how many goals? I've gone 2-0 on my Super 6. Jay, thank you for tuning in. I've gone 2-0. I'm very well, thank you, Alex. Very well. Throw in to Palace. Mitchell takes. finds MacArthur, back to Mitchell. Tries to take on Lucas Moura, but Lucas Moura does well. Goes past 1, goes past 2, goes past 3, and now he's really bringing the ball forward. There is space out wide for Reguilon. He finds Reguilon. Tries to play in Dele Alli, but there is Mitchell. And Sam Gallagher has the ball now. Joel Ward to Ayew. Ayew I've never been a big fan of. Spending 300 on low prices, 300,000 on low prices. I think they could rise. They could rise from Monday or Tuesday, but let me know. Yeah, I just think it's just because starts to, once the game dies down, I think people stop playing it after a while, waiting for the new game as well. Reguilon looking for Kane, but he loses out to Ward, and Gehi plays it back. Here is Mitchell. Come on, the Palace. Ian, thank you for joining the stream. How you doing? There's a lot of young players in this side. People like Gallagher, Guehi, Mitchell, Anderson are all fairly young, as well as some experienced players like MacArthur, Ayew, Benteke, and Ward all make the starting lineup. Because it looks like Palace are going to go in that more younger role. They've signed some younger players, and people like Eze and Elise as well. Corner kick to Tottenham. So corner kick. It was Zaha who was down, but nothing given, and it will be a corner kick. Yes, it is a corner kick. It looks like it's Reguilon. Harry Kane is in the middle, as is Lucas Moura and Dele Alli. Ball comes in, headed away. Why is there only one game tomorrow? The only thing I could think of is they wanted more time for teams to prepare for the international break. Not the international break, the Champions League. However, doesn't really provide a lot of sense, because they have Liverpool playing. So I'm not sure really. 1-0 Tottenham, says the kid Jay. Make sure you get your vote in if you haven't already. How do you think Sheffield United will do now with the new lonely signings coming in? They should improve. I'm a Liverpool fan, so obviously want Spurs to drop points. Fair enough. I'm pretty sure that they won't be there come the end of the season. It will be your Cities and Chelsea and Liverpool at the end of the season, and Manchester United. But it's nice to see Spurs start the season quite well. After expecting them to struggle, they've started very well. MacArthur to Wilfried Zaha, battling with Royale, and Dele Alli takes the ball off him but puts it out for a throw-in to Palace. MacArthur crosses the ball in. That's going to be a throw-in to Palace. Good luck tomorrow against Leeds. Good news that Fabinho is available to play. Still don't like Leeds. So throw in, it will be Mitchell, MacArthur rather. And the ball comes in, and there is the safe hands of Lloris, French captain Lloris, and captain of Tottenham. Reguilon to Dele Alli, who's had a key part in this Spurs side recently. They have been playing a lot better with him in the squad. He's been very pivotal to how they have started. I hope it's a good game today. Like I say, the last time I watched Palace, I think, and did a stream, it finished 7-0 to Liverpool. So hopefully that doesn't happen. There's, I think Dyer's just picked up a knock. Joe Rodon and Ben Davis both warming up. I don't think Ben Davis would be coming on as sort of the wrong position unless they were really going to reshuffle. The season, I'm going for Norwich to get the lowest points ever under Derby's 11 points. I don't think that will happen. I think that there are sides that they could beat, particularly at home. So I think that they'll probably finish on about 20 points. I don't think they'll have a very good season. I think they will go down, but I don't think they'll be that bad. Leeds fans treat you like dirt whenever you go to Ireland. I've never experienced fans like that. Stones thrown at me for no reason. That's very, very bad. Obviously, I know some Leeds fans and they're very nice. So it's just, I know there's a big thing between Derby and Leeds, particularly recently after the knocking them out of the playoffs after they probably deserved to go up that season, but it didn't happen. And it was Villa who went up, I think. Was it Villa who went up? No, it wasn't Villa who went up. Yeah, it was Villa who went up. Here's Lucas Moura capitalises on it. It's Højbjerg, and they get it away only as far as Mitchell, who are bringing it away. They go further up the field, and Benteke is fouled by Tanganga, and it will be a free kick to Palace. Very, very tough in the challenge there to Taff. It was Gallagher who lost the ball and gave it to Lucas Moura. That happened to me well before Bale to Lampard. That's interesting. Because obviously Brian Clough was at Derby, wasn't he? And then he went to Leeds, but probably just idiot, mindless football fans, if I'm being honest. You know, I don't ever wanted to throw anything at anyone, no matter how angry I've been about the football. It's not really something that I do. Yeah, I don't see the point in doing such a thing. Crystal Palace free kick. Ward takes it short. MacArthur puts the ball in, headed away, and they bring away Spurs. Here's Winks. And Ali gets it away. And they get it away. Who's better, Italy or France? At the moment, you'd have to say Italy because they won the Euros. But as a side, France have the best squad. Does that make sense? Looks like there's going to be a change. Looks like Roden is going to be coming on. And it will be Eric Dyer coming off. This is not what Spurs would have wanted 10 minutes into the game. They would have wanted to be pushing for a goal, but it looks like Eric Dyer will be coming off. He just overran it. A throw from Lloris, and it was a bit short, and Dyer gets there first, but it looks like Ayew stands on his foot, and it looks like he will be injured, and it looks like he's going to come off. Tanganga. It will be Tanganga and Roden, so it'll be interesting to see how those two get on. For me, Chelsea's biggest rival is Arsenal. I would say so, just because Arsenal are the biggest club in London, and Chelsea are the second biggest club in London. So you'd imagine they are obviously big rivals. Like I said, there might be a stream later, so it will be 15 coming off and 14 coming on. Roden coming on for Eric Dyer, the first sub made. So Roden is in for Dyer. Dyer's being sent. He's got a man around him, and he's just being taken to the back. So it looks like he is going to receive some treatment. Conor Gallagher has picked up the ball, who is the only player to score this season for Crystal Palace. Ward, Chelsea's biggest in London. I think in terms of size, Arsenal are still bigger, but in terms of like trophies at the moment and everything else, it's definitely Chelsea. Chelsea and Arsenal are the two biggest clubs in London, and Chelsea-Spurs rivalry is a bit like Liverpool-Everton one for me. Arsenal is the big one. I understand what you mean. I don't think it's quite as bad as Liverpool-Everton at the moment, because Everton are nowhere near Liverpool, and Tottenham are a lot better than Everton. Eric Dyer is still limping off. Could be a bad injury, that one. Interesting to see how he gets on. Here is Harry Winks. Region. And here is Joe Rodon. Lucas Moura battling with Mitchell. Mitchell gets there first. And he receives the ball back and he goes long, looking for Benteke, but it's over the head of Benteke and Rodon picks it up. Here's Lucas Moura. Dele Alli. Dele Alli goes out wide, finds Region. And shot is blocked and out for a throw-in off Ward. Eric Dyer still hobbling off. Looks like he is in trouble. Hopefully he'll be okay. Region to take this throw-in. Harry Kane. Joe Rodon. Leeds and Liverpool and Leeds are united in our hatred of all things Manchester. Yeah, I can understand that one. Juve or Inter? Juve. Although, just because Inter have been a bit neutered by the loss of Lukaku and, of course, Conte. Conor Gallagher knocks it long. Joe Rodon heads it back, only as far as McCarthy, but his touch is too long. But Sam Gallagher wins it back off Oliver Skip. Ayew. MacArthur. Gallagher. Looking for Ayew. Finds Ayew. He's battling with Rodon. Rodon does very, very well and wins the goal kick. Perfect from Rodon. Very, very well done by Rodon. Very well done by Joe Rodon. Does anyone do anything nice this weekend? What's everyone up to this weekend? Don't have much planned. Only 4% of people think Palace is going to win today, despite the injuries and suspensions and quarantining they have. Interesting. What else is draw percentage? 90% think a draw as well. 78% possession percent for Spurs. Right, okay. Statistics so far. It's been 56% possession for Palace. No side has had a shot on target. Lloris and Guaita are yet to be challenged by any members of the outfield roster. Tottenham go long, headed on by Moura, looking for Kane. Kane battling. He does well. Kane wins the ball. He's down on the ground. No foul given, and Mitchell will win it back. Have you ever been to the United States? I've never been to the United States. I've been to Belgium, France, Spain, the Canary Islands. Nowhere else, I think. Portugal. Been to Portugal as well. That's the last place I went. MacArthur. Goes out wide. I've never been to Italy now. Never Italy. Never been to Italy. Moura. My girlfriend wants to do a lot of travelling, so I'll probably be going to a lot of different places. Hi, Zachariah. How are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. 22 people watching. Thanks so much, everyone who's watched so far. Opinions on government scrapping 3 p.m. football watershed. The blackout. I don't like the idea of blocking it out. No. I like the blackout. I don't think it should change. Moura. And foul. I packed 99 for Firmino. Yeah, somebody else just said that. Callum said that he did that as well. If Italy was in the 2018 World Cup, where do you think they would have ended up coming? I don't think they would have. I don't think they'd have won it or anything. Here is Tanganga. Skip leaves it. Here's Roden. And Region. Højbjerg. Skip. Lucas Moura. Tries to find Ali, but Gehi stands big and stands strong. Mitchell. Kouyaté. First time I've said his name. That's the only time he's ever been on the ball so far. Ayew. Feel free to get in the vote if you haven't already. 13% say Palace. Very, very good. Ayew. Ayew puts the ball in, headed away by Roden. Ayew will try and win it back, but Region gets it first and will be a free kick to Spurs. Biggest club, Everton or Spurs? Spurs. I say Everton have got quite a good history, but Spurs at the minute. Definitely Spurs at the minute. Just because they always finish higher than Everton. London is blue, says M10. London is blue. I think it depends on sort of how you work these things out. I think Everton have more fans though. Yeah, they do, but just in terms of success in the sort of even the last sort of 15, 20 years. Like Everton were very, very good at one stage. That was a very long time ago, before I was born. Ward's ball in, headed away. And Ayew is fouled by Dele Alli. It will be a free kick on the edge of the box for Crystal Palace. I think but yeah, I mean, it depends how you look at it. I love Everton. I think Everton are great, and I really want to go to their stadium one day because I really like Everton. But I have to hide your message, UTFR, just because of the swearing. But yes, I think they're not top of the league. How can they be poor? Who would win? Italy 2021 or Portugal 2016? I think you know the answer is Italy. Italy are much better than that Portugal side that won. So free kick to Spurs. Gallagher is looking at it. The only player to score this season for Crystal Palace. Looks like we're getting a lot of people, more people in who think Palace are going to win. 24% of the vote is now with Palace. It's going to be Gallagher. Definitely take it. No one else is standing with him. There's plenty of space on Luis's left-hand side. That's probably where he's going to put it. He puts it over. Very, very poor from Gallagher. Everton have got a massive fan base, to be fair, everywhere I go. See Everton fans. Yes, they do. They probably do. As particularly, I don't know many Everton fans, but I know them dotted around. I suppose a lot of people, you know, I always think that if you're a certain generation, there's loads of Leeds fans because Leeds were the best side going. And then, do you know what I mean? That's why my age, the best side in the sort of league when I was a kid were Arsenal and Manchester United. And those two sides are the most supported in my age group. You get Liverpool fans, but that's probably because their dad supports Liverpool. And you get Chelsea fans. I only went to school with one Chelsea fan. But I'd imagine people who are a lot younger, so I'm 25, so say people who are about 18 or so, they'd be like, loads of Chelsea fans at school. Don't know many Leeds fans. I know, of a certain generation, I know loads. But it's of a certain generation. I don't know, the only Leeds fans I know are younger than sort of 40, are Rich, who is a moderator on the channel, but he hasn't been in for a while, and Theo, who's from the area. So they're both from the area. Here is Kane. Oliver Skip to Tanganga. Look, he's going to looks to go out wide, but pulls it back to Lloris. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. We are on our way to 5,000 subscribers. I'm 15 and I don't know. and needs not a lot of Chelsea fans. It's just United and Liverpool mostly. Yeah, there's several reasons for it. Like I say, it's because they were the best side, but also because of people older than them. So I support Hereford because my dad supports Hereford. So that's who I used to go and watch. Mike, I was surprised you didn't do a minute silence for 9/11 before it started. I didn't because I used to, and it was just dead silence. I used to do it every time, and it would just be a minute of silence, and it would just not make any sense to do it on the stream. Obviously, I really care about what happened in 9/11, and I said my piece. But yeah, if I was at the football ground, obviously I wouldn't say anything during it. I would never. I'm a very, very respectful person. But yeah, it's just because there's a minute of just silence, and that's not very interesting for anyone. But if I could fill it up with talking about what happened and stuff, that's equally as good. I'm a Chelsea fan, and I also like the Juve. Also like Juve because I was born in Italy, but now live in England. I live in England, born in England. 48 people watching. Thanks so much to everyone who's tuned in so far. If you haven't already, feel free to get involved in the vote. 58 votes, 57% for Spurs at the minute. We're going to have, you know what? This has been a success. I'm going to have votes in all of them, as long as I'm allowed. Højbjerg, Tanganga. Here comes Harry Winks. Kane is on the outside, but he goes the other way. Emerson Royale is on the wing, and that is who Winks has found. And he finds Harry Winks. Winks, Royale, Højbjerg. Winks is going to pop the ball in. And there is the goalkeeper, safe and sound. In my school, most people are United and Liverpool fans, so I was loving it after Chelsea won the league. I can imagine what Champions League. Yeah, I can imagine. I supported a team that was really poor, and everyone's like, "Why didn't you support a Premier League team?" And I was like, because this is the side that I love, and you don't understand how much I love this team. At the end of the day, right? Hereford beating Manchester United in the FA Cup third round means more to me than the Champions League will mean for Manchester United. I really do believe that. But having said that, it's all relative, isn't it? Like they will never. I'll never understand how it means to win the Champions League, and they'll never understand how it feels to knock out a big side. If anybody interested, there is a BBC documentary available now about the 9/11 and what the president did in that moment. Is exclusive footage. Interesting. I'll have a look for that. I can't remember all our great teams, but when I watched from the Cop back to Kevin Keegan and then Danny Loish. Nathan, thank you much for tuning in as well. We are really hitting the subscribe count today. We've already had 6 new subscribers, so really do appreciate it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with supporting any of the big sides if you want to. Like I say, my favourite Premier League team is Manchester City. But my favourite Premier League team is Manchester City because my granddad supported them. It's not because of any other reason. So, my granddad supported them, so I've always liked them. And then people get asked, who's my favourite Premier League team when I started the stream. And that's sort of when I used to talk about it a lot more. Taking my half-sister. That's okay. So it's going to be a throw-in, and it looks like the throw-in has gone to Crystal Palace's way. 50 people watching. Thank you much to everyone who's hit the subscribe button, who has watched so far, who's hit the like button. If you haven't already, we are on 9 likes, so appreciate a like if you haven't already. And get involved in the vote as well. 75 votes, 59% for Spurs. I'm not sure if anyone's noticed it, but this is going to be a relatively 99% a stream channel now. There won't be many videos on my channel anymore. For obvious reasons. Kouyaté is down. See what happened here. Ali steps in and pushes him down. No need to do that at all. I'm not sure that's going to be a card or anything. But still, no need to do that. When I hit 5,000 subscribers, I get a hoodie. My girlfriend's getting me a hoodie and a t-shirt, which I'm looking forward to. Ward. Ayew. Ward. Of course, Nuno was tipped to be the new manager of Crystal Palace, but ended up at Tottenham. A little subplot that has not been mentioned by the BT Sport crew. Oh. Ayew fouls Højbjerg, and it will be a free kick to Spurs. Højbjerg's been a good signing for Spurs, isn't he? He's very solid. Goes about his business very quietly and very well. Harry Winks. Oliver Skip. Pressured by MacArthur. MacArthur wins the ball, but it does fall to Tanganga, who's going to go out wide. Looking for Reguilon, headed away by Joel Ward. Ayew heads back to Joel Ward. Joel Ward is going to play it back as well. There's my dog for those that are interested. He's the same colour as the bed sheets. Anderson heads away. Heads away again. Skip puts a look, looking for Kane. Kane won't get there ahead of Joel Ward, and it will be a goal kick. There's the dog again. Went for a walk this morning. The dog came running up to him, started licking his face. And we saw a squirrel as well that he liked. So yeah, so on Tuesday and Wednesday, there should be some streams from the Champions League for those that are interested. So feel free to get involved in those. I'm not sure how many people will be interested in that, but we will see. Probably one of the games we're looking at will be Barcelona, Bayern Munich. So if you're interested in that, then feel free to get involved on Tuesday. Ayew. Ward, back to Ayew. Back to Ward. Poor, and it comes to Tanganga. Tanganga. Højbjerg. He goes out wide. Here is Roden. Roden is going to bring the ball forward. We are 10 subscribers away from 5,000. So big up everyone who has hit the subscribe button. They go out wide. Here is Emerson Royale. And looks like Guaita will pick it up and does. Do you think Italy will win the Nations League? I think they've got a chance to win the Nations League, obviously. I know England won't win it because they're not in it. Yeah, it could. Obviously, when you get down to the last four, it could be any of them. But it is the last four, isn't it? It is the semi-finals. When is that being taking place, Eagle? Kind of moderator. Hi, friends. You think let's tune in? I'm not looking for any moderators at the moment. I have recently given a new one recently. You can only bring one retired footballer back. Who would you be bringing back? Jamie, thanks so much for tuning in. The player that I would bring back, I am an absolutely huge fan of Thierry Henry. I just oozed quality. Just oozed quality. I used ball in, headed away by Joe Rodon. That's who I would bring back. Kouyaté. Ronaldinho is another player next month, and it's in Italy. Yeah, they've got a good chance. Ayew's ball in. Obviously, it was Portugal won it, didn't they? And that was in their hometown, home country, wasn't it? So that's what happened last time. MacArthur puts the ball in. It's going to be headed away. Gallagher and can't control it, and Dele Alli will bring it away. Only as far as Kouyaté, to Guehi. Goes out wide. Zaha. Battling. Mitchell. Back to Zaha. Zaha's going to whip the ball in. No one there, and it's out for a corner kick, goal kick. Yeah, so question for everyone else. If one player you'd bring back, who would it be? 111 votes on the poll as well. It's really, really good to see everyone getting involved in the poll. Italy will beat Spain and then beat France 1-0. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see because obviously France will be there. Spain will be there. Who have France got? Paul's a good idea. Yes. I like it. Bring back Ian Rush, really. But I suppose he might not play for Chelsea. It's got to be Zola or Drogba. France got Belgium. Yeah, it's 4 huge. Because last time Switzerland got to it, didn't they? There's 4 huge sides. I don't think Belgium are that good anymore, so I'll go France, Italy in the final. Are you? Kane is down, nothing given, and Anderson will bring the ball forward. He's still bringing the ball forward. He finds out wide is Mitchell. Anderson goes on the out wide, but he goes with Zaha, whose shot is just wide of the mark. Well done. We'll just see if what happened with Kane. It will be a corner kick to Palace. I think Palace have got Barcelona's kit on their passing. Teamwork has been really good. Look, the better team for me. Yeah, Tottenham have struggled to get in probably since that Eric Dyer came off. Have you seen Barcelona's new away kit? Third kit. It's like looks like it's like just an alternative to the home kit that they have currently. Looks very nice. Ian St. John, the definition of a striker. Not sure. I'm not sure I've heard of him. Conor Gallagher's ball in, punched away. Zaha! And it's going to be another corner to Palace after 35 minutes. Jack, thanks so much for joining in. How you doing? St. and Greaves. I've heard of them, so I think there was a show, like a thing on it, like a documentary. I think Italy would beat Belgium about 3-0 in Rome. I'm not sure they beat them 3-0, but I think they beat them. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Belgium anymore. Good shout, they are. 71 people watching. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in already. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. We are just 10 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. And I have been waiting to get 5,000 subscribers for a long, long, long time. Ball comes in. No, I've not heard of St. John at all. But Greavesy, I know who you mean, but I can't remember what his name is. Belgium equals overhyped. I'm not sure they were overhyped, but I think they had the wrong manager at the wrong time, and their players are aging. Liverpool fans will be unsubbing from you. Oh, well, I can't help it. I'm only young. Barca's third kit is really nice, but will they ever wear it? It's literally the same colours as their first kit. I think they're having it for Champions League. World Cup final 2022, Italy versus Brazil. It will be England versus Brazil, my friend. Look him up on Google. You'll realize what a legend he is. I'll look him up later. Here is Conor Gallagher. Are you? Gallagher. Are you? Here is Anderson. Anderson going to go out wide, looking for Mitchell. Finds Mitchell. Brilliant ball by Anderson. And he wins a throw-in. If we do have some weird kit rules. What does everyone think of the situation with the World Cup every 2 years? Italy will win the 22 World Cup. Mark my words. No, it will be England. It will be England. I thought England would win it for about 10 years, so... This is it. This is it. Keep your channel. We do natural commentary and not too much of a chat show. Definitely listen to matches. Oh, thank you. Are you? Ward's ball in. Headed away by Tanganga. Wenger out. Yeah, exactly. Guehi. Mitchell. Mitchell's been really involved in this game. Really involved. Everything seems to go through him, even though he's at left back. He's probably seen most of the ball. Anderson's played quite well as well so far. I'm really quite a big fan of him so far. Anderson, because this is the first time watching both of these teams this season. We'll come every 2 years equals no sufficient rest for players. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But they would get rid of some of the pointless friendlies. So, are you? Puts the ball in. Finds Benteke. Good ball to Benteke. Who can he find? Can he go alone? Tries to play in Zaha. It's just too much on it for Zaha. Good chance there. Great ball to Benteke there, but he just couldn't do anything with it. Can't believe Pep thinks it's a good idea. Oh, yeah, but Pep thinks lots of things are good ideas. Like, he thinks that B teams being in the league is a good idea, and obviously no one else thinks that. I think if you surveyed 92 clubs, their fans, and you said England could win the next 2 World Cups, but you'd have to have B teams in for the next 8 years, no one would take it, I don't think. No one would take it. UEFA tried to get that with the Nations League. Get rid of that with the Nations League. So what will happen to the Euros and Nations League if the World Cup's every 2 years? So they would be played in odd years. So instead of being 2020, it would be 2021. That makes sense. So they'd be played the odd years, so it would never clash. UEFA tried to get rid of that with the Nations League. Very true. Spurs are under pressure. Hi, Prince Ace. Thanks for tuning in. Doesn't matter what your name is. Palace will win 1-0. Yeah, feel free to get in the vote. 151 votes so far in the poll. If you haven't already voted, Jack, have a vote in the poll, my friend. Lucas Moura. Winks. Dele Alli. Skip. They will win 2-0. Oh, so 2 people going for Palace wins. It's fine. The current system, Euros take place on leap years, and the World Cup takes place on even numbered. Yeah, so basically they place 2023 would be, which makes you wonder how the Women's World Cup, when would that be played? Tottenham might even get 1 shot before half time. Yeah, they've been really poor shot-wise. They only 3 attempts for Palace, none of which have been on target. Conor Gallagher, and it's over the bar. I think it's silly. World Cup is great. I would lose love for it if it was every 2 years. It will get less satisfying to win it. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think I need to understand it a little bit more, what the process would be. But for me, it's not something that I'd really want. Tottenham take this goal kick. Tanganga to Emerson Royal. Royal back to Tanganga, who has played at right back and centre back so far. We've only played 4 games. Reguilon battling with Gallagher. Gets the better of Gallagher. Oh, bad ball from Skip. Gives it to Zaha. He goes past Højbjerg. Plays the 1-2 of Benteke, and there is Oliver Skip to step in, who wins the ball back after losing the ball. Very, very well done by him. Ayew wins the ball back. Wenger is ruining his legacy. Great football man, but this idiot idea of a World Cup every 2 years, what a joke. I just think it's too much. Players need to be rested. And if they come up, I'd be more on board if they were like clear how the players is going to be beneficial for the players. Wenger is ruining his legacy. The frequency of every World Cup should be the same frequency of how often you should see a leap year. I think it's fine as it is. You know, it'd be really great to have more tournaments over the summer because it is really boring when there's no football, but we don't need it. We certainly don't need it. Zaha gets the better of Emerson Royal. Still going, Zaha. Gallagher! Oh, brilliant save. Fantastic from Lloris. Should have scored. He's very, very close. Very, very well done. Zaha gets the better of Emerson Royal. And he goes down claiming he's touched his face, but he clearly hasn't. Very good save. There wasn't much to aim at, and Lloris shows all of his goalkeeping experience by getting in the way of the only place he could put it. Very good save. I love the Euros Nations League as well. So you get the Nations League between Euros and World Cup, so it would be keeping it. So they should keep it. But what I think the Nations League would be something that would go out of fashion because there'd be no need for it, I don't think. Gallagher's ball in. Benteke's header just wide of the mark. Because if you're having a World Cup every 2 years and you're having a Euros every 4 years, then you'll be having a lot more football. Is that needed? I hate the international football. It just gets in the way of the club football. I think international football is good when it's like a tournament. So if it's like the World Cup or the Euros, everyone gets involved, everyone gets fine. It's nice to have the nation united for one football team. The problem is when we have games like England versus Andorra, no one's interested in that because it's boring. We don't play good enough football to warrant watching the international games. Feels like it's got 0-0 written all over it. It's been good from Palace, to be fair. Players will just get burnt out and the tourneys will lose prestige. Exactly. They should play the qualifiers in the summer. But you've got to think about it. The Club World Cup, they want to expand. They want to have a World Cup every 2 years. They want to expand the Champions League, and they want to have in England we've got 2 club tournaments. So you want to play about 100 games of football a season, which is absolutely bonkers. Qualifying is effectively a free pass for us. Yeah, but there's no other way of doing it because you can't just have all the... you couldn't have France not qualify because they're in a group with England, Italy, Belgium and Spain, but have, Lithuania qualify because they're in a group with San Marino and Andorra. Ball comes in from Conor Gallagher away, and it will be a corner kick, throw-in, to Palace. Palace finishing off this half very, very strongly. I think Nuno Espirito Santo would be very disappointed with what he has seen so far this game. Mitchell's take this throw-in. Not a lot to aim at. No one really making a run. Looks for Benteke. Benteke wins it. Does very well, but can only find Kane, who knocks the ball long away from goal, where he picks it up. Mitchell Zaha and away for another throw-in. Hopefully Nick Miller isn't a happy man come 5 p.m. Is that our game today? Is that 80 people watching? Thanks so much to everyone who's tuned in. If you haven't already, get involved in the poll. 188 votes. Very, very nice. Imagine if Italy, England, Spain, Germany and France in the same qualifying group. Yeah, that's what I mean. So you couldn't have that. I like the way that South America do it, but you can't have that because there's too many sides. Ipswich away. Half time. It is currently 0-0. So half-time, 0-0. We will have a look at the half-time statistics. It's also half-time in the game in Scotland. In the Scottish Premiership, it's St Johnstone 0, Rangers 0. For ages earlier, I had 6 people watching. Now I've got 61 watching. Absolutely incredible. Statistics makes a bad reading. Bad reading indeed for Spurs. 58% possession for Palace. 7 attempts at goal for Palace, none for Tottenham. Guaita hasn't had to make one save or even have a shot go past him. 1 shot on target, which is that Conor Gallagher one that's just happened. Obviously none for Spurs. 3 shots off goal and 3 block shots. Free kicks, 7-9 in the favour of Spurs. Corner kicks, 3-1 in the favour of Crystal Palace. Throw in 17-9. It's been all Palace. They've completed more passes, had more passes in total, had more attacks, had more dangerous attacks. 34 for Palace, 9 for Spurs. It's been very, very poor, particularly after Dyer got substituted. Right. One time, my Italy career mode, though, I had Portugal and Germany in the same group with Poland. Wow, that's crazy. Spurs won their first 3 games last year, and all Spurs fans had a hard. Well, you say that. Didn't Everton start off very well as well? Is that right? Or was that the season before? I think it was this season. Last season. Yeah, they started off very, very well and ended up going out and not doing anything with it. So yeah, so it is just one of those things where you got to think, well, you can't you can't have a good start and then peter out. Like everyone thought Everton, oh, this is the real deal. They've got Ancelotti, they're going to do really well. But unfortunately, that's not how it quite planned out, and it ended up being totally different. And Everton ended up having a very bang average season. WeareTottenhamTV rights in the EFL sold as one package, when Sky in League 1 and 2 have combined picks of total 2 games over 2 international breaks. It's because EFL own the whole thing. So if Premier League and the Championship was named Premier League 2 and it was in the same bubble, those rights would be sold together, not separately. So the National League and the National League North and South are all owned by BT. They only put on the National League games though, so it's the same there. And the reason why the Premier League is different is because it's on its own entity. It's annoying, but you know, I think they should have more games on during the international break. But then again, it does affect the fans. Liverpool vs Italy on AC Milan on the 15th of September. Can't wait. I think 2-0 Liverpool. Probably will be watching it, if not streaming it. Callum. Italy and Portugal both went through, and Germany finished last. Incredible. Fun fact, if Arsenal lost today by 3 or more goals, it would be the worst start of any team in Premier League history. Just imagine. I don't think they'll lose by 3 or more goals this time. Everton did last year. Also, Everton's Ian was saying they were back. Yeah, I thought that they would go on and have a good season, but that didn't happen. They haven't started this season too badly. Army aren't the top teams seeded at all. Yes, they are. That's why we would never have anything like that. Which makes sense because you want the best sides there. It just makes incredibly boring games sometimes. It's insulting to League 1 and 2 when they're only picking one game over the international breaks. Yeah, they should have more. There was no game at 12:30 on Saturday last week, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me at all. I think there should be games. The game there, they should pad it out just like they would normally. West Ham women won. Aston Villa women won. There's been a late equaliser in that one, 92nd minute. Rodriguez starting on fire last season. Yeah, they had Rodriguez. They had Calvert-Lewin started very well. I think he scored in his opening 3 or 4 games. So they started off very, very well, and it just disappeared. So we're 9 subscribers away from 5,000. I would have thought, yeah, during international breaks, do the same schedule as they normally do for the Championship. I'm not sure they could do this. I suppose it would be the same schedule because, yeah, they could have done a few more games just to try and put out. Obviously, they usually don't want to have, like a clash. So if they have international football, they won't have any other football at the same time. Everton seem to be doing well under Rafa. Kevin, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, they have done very well under Rafa, which is pleasing to see. I want them to have a better season than they did last season because the better the sides are, the stronger the league becomes. Demarai Gray has had quite a good start to the season as well, which I'm very surprised at. 1.8 million could be a steal. Could be a steal. Since it's half time, could you do the alphabet only using Premier League footballers' names? I struggle with some of them, yeah. I could probably do most of them, but I struggle with some of them, so I don't want to do that. I think Everton will get Everton into the top 6 this year, and rather will have the hunger, not like Ancelotti. It would be very good. They've gone a different way. They haven't spent a lot of money on a lot of players because they have got some really good players. They've still got Richarlison, James Rodriguez, who obviously isn't being involved at the moment, Allen, Decore. They've got Demarai Gray, who's doing well. It would be good to see Everton, you know, like seeing Leicester in the top 5 for 2 seasons running is very good for the game because it shows that other sides are improving. I think Everton will finish 7th. But if Everton finish 7th, who's falling out? Who's not going to finish in the top 7? You know, could we see Arsenal not finish in the top 7 this season? No bookings in the first half, by the way. And just the one substitute, Roden, being on for the injured Eric Dyer. So, what is everyone thinking of what will happen in the second half? We have 26% of the votes think it will be a Palace win, 21% think it will be a draw, and 53% think it will be a Spurs win. Keane has gone back to Italy. Yeah, he has. He's gone back to Juventus, hasn't he? That sign has not worked out at all. When they signed him, I thought, oh, he's going to be a good signing, but it's not worked out like that at all. It's been quite a poor signing, really. It's not worked out the way I thought it would for him. I'd say 1-1 or a very lucky goal for Spurs. But they have won all games this season 1-0, which they could do again. A win for Palace would take them 11th. A win for Spurs would keep them top and would maintain that they're top for the rest of the games for this week. Today's ref for Bolton has something related to dogs. Don't understand what you mean, my friend. Another subscriber. Thanks so much for hitting the subscribe button. So 23 likes on the video so far. Thanks for hitting the like button. Madley. Oh, I see. It's not Bobby Madley, is it? Benteke movement has been poor for Palace when a cross comes in. Yeah, it's only been once or twice he's had an opportunity. Arsenal in the convo, mate. 8th and 9th last 2 seasons. But surely they'll get better. Bobby has been refereeing League One and oh. Because I remember that happening. Everton will do great under Rafa. Rafa loved by Liverpool fans everywhere. Yes. Hopefully he does well. I would like to see him do well. He's obviously somebody who's very experienced and has done very well at several places. He won the Champions League, obviously, at Liverpool. He won La Liga with Valencia. He's won the Europa League with Chelsea. He's obviously did well getting Newcastle promoted and keeping them up several times with Newcastle. There were some Arsenal fans who wanted Wenger out when they comfortably got top 4. The thing is, they thought they could do better, but it's worked out that they're in a worse place. It goes to show what a good job Wenger was actually doing. Guna fans saying 4th wasn't good enough with Wenger. Be careful what you wish for. Thing is, I can understand why they wanted better because they have had success. But the thing is, it didn't work out that way. And now when was the last time they were in the top 4? Was it 2015, 16? When they finished behind Leicester? That's a long time ago. Before you know it, it'll be 10 years of Arsenal in the top 4. Because they've already been several seasons. They're not going to get it this season. Ronaldo is starting. Confirmed. Interesting. It will be interesting to see him start Last time they were in the Champions League, they lost 10-2 on aggregate. Yes, that was to Bayern, wasn't it? They lost 5-1 in each game. He'll definitely start or play, won't he? Arsenal haven't been in the top 6 since Leicester won the league 6 years, so come to 7 years. Yeah, I thought so. The thing is, that's a long time ago. Weirdly, me and my girlfriend got together in the year that Leicester won the league. And I remember messaging her going, Leicester won the league. You don't understand how incredible this has happened. This is. I'm not worried about Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Nice. Most people, despite who they support, expect Ronaldo to out. I think he will have a very good season. He's still at it. He's still going to score lots of goals as long as he's got the supply. But I thought Alexis Sanchez would have a very good time at Man United, and it didn't work out at all. But I think obviously he's better. I think he'll be fine. Yeah, I think he will have a very good season. 10. Yeah, they were poor. They were very, very poor. And they got beat, and they haven't been there since. And this time, not even in the bloody Europa League or the Conference League. You know, they laughed at Spurs being in the Conference League, but look who isn't in Europe. Apart from Cavani, all the players who wore 7 at United after Ronaldo flopped. That's very, very true. But he's the guy who didn't. Well, I guess it's since Beckham, right? Is anyone? Because it's only Ronaldo since Beckham, really. Who was the better first half? Hailboy, I think it was tune in. It was Palace. Palace played a lot better. Still, half of you think Spurs will win this game. Cristiano will not light up the league. He will score 15-20 goals, but he ain't running up and down the wing, taking people on. Those days are gone. He's a goal scorer now, and I think that's where he will shine. Ronaldo is fit as a butcher's dog. His fitness is insane. Yes, very true. I still think he will have a very good season. But I could be wrong. There's Patrick Vieira. Spurs will win. I'd have thought Arsenal in Europe would help them, which it is, but in the best possible way. Well, the thing is, right, they're like, oh, we need to be in the Champions League and stuff. So just take one step at a time. Man United will be lucky to get top 4 season. Disagree, I think they could be challenging the title. Palace will win. I am wearing the new Palace away kit. Kieran Rant, single hitting the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Up away kit, Eagles. I hate people thinking Ronaldo right now is the real Real Madrid Ronaldo and he's going to take on defenders all the time. Yeah, I don't think that will happen for sure, but I think that they'll be fine. Rumour says that Chelsea are open to doing a Sane-Werner swap with Bayern next season. Opinions. Sane is better than Werner. Cowpath, I think we're hitting the subscribe button, my friend. I think Arsenal's issues is that Arteta has expectations that are way out of reach. Who had the better first half? Palace played better. I have a shout out. Matt McGovern, thank you for hitting the subscribe. Thanks for getting involved in the stream. Really do appreciate it. Second half is set to be underway. No changes made during the half. Spurs are keeping with their side. They have got not many players they could really bring on to change. They could bring on Gill, I guess, or Hill. Ndombele is also on the bench. Davis and Doherty are on there as well as some younger players and the goalkeeper. Jose's 1,000th game today. Wow, what a career he's had. Emerson Royale to take this throw-in for Spurs. Looks for Kane, finds Kane. Juve, the most dominant in a one-team league, was worse with Ronaldo. Cristiano, it's about Cristiano. He hampered Juventus. Well, the thing is, I think Juventus will probably go on and win the league this time. So, make it that way. Dean Holdsworth has made the most Premier League appearances that has Ronaldo in their name. That's pointless, Jack. Pointless. Ronaldo needs to play 33 games to overtake. Here is Kane. Skip to Højbjerg. Weird question. So, loads of players have come from Southampton, but would you say the best player to come from Southampton is Van Dijk or Sadio Mane, or one of the others like Lallana, Luke Shaw, whoever else? Because I'd say it's probably. I'd really like Mane though. It'd be one of them. But I suppose without Van Dijk, they're not as good, are they? Van Dijk or Shaw, so you wouldn't put Mane in there. Shaw's done very well. Mora's shot is straight at Guaita, and that is the first shot Tottenham have had this game. The first shot on target as well. Van Dijk and Shaw. Virgil by far. No, I'm thinking Mane. I suppose he makes the Liverpool team stronger, doesn't he? Here is Mitchell, not Walcott. No, not Walcott or Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain, who was just falling off the edge of a cliff, really, because I can't remember last time he made any sort of impact. I know he's had that injury. Bale, that's a very good call by James Evans. James is getting involved in this stream. Bale is a very, very good call as well. Bale's probably one of the best players. Van Dijk, 100%. Mane, second. I just didn't realise how young Shaw was when United signed him, probably because of his injury and how Josie treated him. Yeah, because he's been there a long time, hasn't he? Because he was signed by Van Gaal? Josh Sheehan, Bale. Mitchell's take this throw-in. Goes long, looking for Benteke, headed on. Finds Zaha, brilliant from Benteke. Ayew to Gallagher. Goes out wide. Joel Ward. His ball is very, very poor. Picked up again by MacArthur. Benteke. Comes to Joel Ward. Looking for Conor Gallagher. Cuts it back and it's off Roten, and that will be a corner kick to Crystal Palace. Bell doesn't count because he went to Madrid from Spurs. Yeah, but that's not Southampton's fault, is it? Shaw is only about to enter his prime. He's been at United, you think he's 30 or something. Yeah, he's been there a long time. Conor Gallagher to take this corner kick. Ball comes in, headed away by Mora, and that'll be a throw-in to Palace. MacArthur's going to take. Finds Mitchell. Shaw had one decent season. That was last year. He's had a lot of injuries, though. St Johnstone have taken the lead against Rangers. Ayew. Kouyaté. Zaha. Puts the ball in. Benteke. Gallagher. Oh, it's called for handball. Nothing given. It's going to be a corner kick. Obvious Josie has an agenda against Shaw when he was saying Chilwell should have played at the Euros instead. Look how that went. Yeah, he obviously doesn't like him for whatever reason. Definitely doesn't come off. Yeah, it doesn't come off his arm. Corner kick. Gallagher's ball in. Headed away by Roland. MacArthur puts it wide. Palace have started off this second half like they finished the first half. Anderson to Mitchell. Here is Mora. Still going, Mora. Still going. Højbjerg. Here's Emerson Royale. Imagine all this hype for Ronaldo for him to be pocketed by the Cells. Would be quite funny, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be very good for Man United. Mora is down. They're going to keep the ball in play, Palace. Zaha is bringing the ball forward. Mora is still down. He's going to take on Tanganga and he's pushed away. And it's all kicking off now. Zaha and Tanganga are fighting here. They've got their arms around each other. Gallagher's getting involved. And it's all kicked off. It's all kicking off here. Tanganga just pushed him over. I think that Zaha was the cause of that, unfortunately. It was a free kick, but I don't think it's a sending off. I don't think there was enough in there. Who'd be a bigger flop, Grealish or Cristiano? Probably Ronaldo, because he's gonna be there for a short amount of time. There's Kane and Zahara having a chat with John Moss. Tanganga is coming off. Hopefully Ronaldo for United. Tanganga is going to have a yellow card. I think Zaha will get a yellow card as well. What I can't understand is Tanganga would have got a yellow card anyway, right? So, and then Zaha's going to get a yellow card as well. But they have a battle, but they don't send off for two yet. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. But Zaha started it, so he should have definitely got booked. It's 50-50. 50% think Spurs won't win and 50% think Spurs will win. I'm watching the match on BT Sport. Red card for Spurs. I don't think so. I think he's done it right. They're still talking over it. Will be a free kick. If I was ref, I wouldn't like giving red. Changes the whole game. But it's your job, isn't it? I don't like a lot of things, but if you have to do what you have, I'm sure policemen don't like arresting people, but that's part and parcel of their job. Well, I mean, they might do. I have no idea. I'm not a policeman. Conor Gallagher to take this free kick. Ball comes in. And no one there. Benteke passed it. Wilfred Zaha passed it. And Kouyaté couldn't get there at the end either. I don't think any ref giving a red. Apart from some. Probably Mike Dean. He loves giving red cards. It don't matter if you like giving red cards or not. Rules. Exactly. If at the end of the day, if someone's done a red card offence and you have to give a red card, end of the day, it doesn't really make. If I was referee, I wouldn't carry one. Benteke and looking for Ayu. Tanganga gets there, who's on a yellow card. Mike Dean loves an advantage and goal celebrations. Ball comes in, headed away by Roden. Mitchell. Please, life going at the big balls. It's a power trip. Yeah, I mean, some of them I've met have been quite pleasant, but other ones aren't. Dele Alli, and it's going to be a throw-in to Palace. Thoughts on Italy having Adidas again and scrapping Puma? I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Puma's kit, somebody else. It must feel good as a ref when they play advantage when could have blown and they lose the goal. Yeah, definitely. But penalty scored for Rangers. St Johnstone 1, Rangers 1. Former Leeds player Kamar Roof with the goal. And Oxford and West Brom. All right. I think that's right. I think that's going to be a corner kick. It is a corner kick to Palace. Conor Gallagher to take. Plays it short. With Zaha. Mitchell's ball in. Comes and he doesn't get there. Ball's up in the air. And it's just over. Palace are all over Spurs. Spurs have only had, I think they've only had one shot all game. They've had one shot all game. One shot all game so far, and that was from Lucas Moura. Piate. Wilfred Zaha. And steps in by Tanganga, who receives a lot of boos. Oh, he's brought someone down. And he's given a free kick. It's going to be a sent off. It's a red card. It's a red card for Tanganga. Red card for Tanganga. As soon as he went down and holding his leg, he knew he was off. And Zaha is the winner of that one, unfortunately. And Tanganga will be coming off. Yeah, Japhet Tanganga, red card. And Nuno is looking on in disgrace. Davis is set to come on. And it will probably be Reguilon or Davis. Probably Davis going to centre-back. Mike Dean on Peter Crouch podcast said that people have come up to him and asked if he either has his cards or whistle on him. Wow, 307 votes. That's a lot, man. 313 votes now. Thanks to everyone who's voted in the poll. I really appreciate it. Palace must win this now. Second yellow card. I had a feeling he'd be sent off. He's off the pitch. Red card, just wow. He's been yellowed. Yeah, he had. He had just been yellowed. And it was right in front of the ref. He couldn't have done it any closer to the ref. Conor Gallagher took his free kick, by the way. Red card for Spurs. Who will win? Palace have been the better side. Palace are now one-man advantage. Palace should win this game if they can score. And it will be Harry Winks coming off, and it will be Ben Davis coming on. Three subscribers away from 5,000. Thanks so much, everyone who's subscribed to my channel already. I really appreciate it. Whoa. So it looks like Ben Davis will be in centre-back with Roden. Conor Gallagher's ball in, headed away. Ayu's shot is wide. It's just okay. If I think we still have 47%, 49% think Spurs will win this game. The thing is, if Palace score, they will win this game. But Palace haven't created any clear opportunities, really. There's the Homesdale Fanatics. I think that's what they're called. That's what they're called. Why did Spurs sack Jose and replace him with Mourinho? I'm not saying this is wrong, but it's just me who thinks VAR should be able to review second yellows exactly the same impact on the game as Stretford. Yes, they should. But a yellow card is more subjective than a red card, isn't it? So that wouldn't help. Either way, they're down to 10 men. Joe's lost the dressing room. Oh, there's a plane going overboard. There's Joe Roden. Nuno Espirito Santo still hasn't conceded a goal, they just said. A lot more things get you booked for them. Yeah, exactly. That's a strange way of sacking Mourinho. Same day as a stupid Super League announcement. Also, it was told in a playoff, Jose wasn't allowed to talk about why he left or got sacked. I think it's pretty common. Hereford's manager left and he's not been allowed to talk about what happened. So no one knows, really. It's not a good thing, but that's just part and parcel. Especially if you get paid off. MacArthur's ball in. And saved by Lloris. Yeah, we'll never know. It was very, very bizarre. But they must have had their reason for it. But they clearly didn't have any plan because it took them so long to appoint anyone. Region. And Palace win the ball back. Conor Gallagher. Ward, are you? And it's out for a throw-in. He doesn't keep the ball in. Very, very, very open game. I should get a little red card to prove there's been a red card. Reguilon is struggling to put his shoe back on. It would have been classic Mourinho to tell us what happened in a few years. Spurs are in the mud. Yeah, it would be. But while it's being paid off, I think it's a little bit of a hard to do things. I think Spurs will do well to get a draw now. Yes, they probably will. Like dissent, for example, if players only both players word to ref, then only the ref will know whether it's dissent or not. Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more open to interpretation. So that's maybe why. They have got Alderson Edouard on the bench, Palace. And they've got Elise on the bench as well. So if they wanted to change things further forward, they could. Gallagher, fouled by Dele Alli and will be a free kick. Surely Jose could have just blackmailed Spurs. Yeah, probably some sort of disclaimer. Not allowed to say anything. I assume that's NDA. Yeah, I assume that's what that means. Crystal Palace to win 2-1. I think there'll only be one goal in this game. I don't think that both teams will score. I think if there's a winner, it will be 1-0. This game sort of reminds me of the Bournemouth game. I think the Heung-min Son got sent off early on, and Bournemouth won 1-0. I think it was Ake scored at the end. Ball comes in. Away by Kane. Mitchell. Zaha. And tries to play it through to Mitchell, but just too much on it. If I was playing, despite being a quiet guy, I can imagine getting booked all the time for dissent. If the refs were just as bad as the ones at Bolton games. Yeah, exactly. You could probably, you can bring... They go long and Mora is down. Gay sort of bundled over. Nothing given by John Moss. Might have to have a look at that. The thing is, right, football brings the worst out of people. I'm very quiet. I'm very calm. I'm very straight to the point. But at football, I shout and swear and scream and sing and totally different. Zaha's ball in. Comes to Ayew. Blocks brilliantly by Dele Alli. Ward puts the ball back in and into the hands of Lloris. 65 minutes on the clock. We have 25 minutes left. 334. There's 20% in it. Palace 28%, Spurs 48%, And 24% think a draw. Yeah, it's just, it brings out the worst in people. Gallagher. Just going to show how much people care. Mora. They go out wide. Region. Straight to Mitchell. Mitchell plays it to Zaha, and it's out for a throw-in. Emerson Royale screaming at the referee. Palace is good club for Vieira to cut his teeth with, see if he's any good manager. Good manager. Lampard should have done it before going to Chelsea. Yeah, but he had the opportunity to go to Chelsea, so he should. This has been a good game. It's been very good, Finn. Very good. Palace have played exceptionally well. Palace are making a change. It will be Kiate coming off and Milivojevic coming on. Now, a little bit of a thing about me. I was once doing a live stream and I could not work out for life of me how to say the word Milivojevic, and it just wouldn't go in my head. Who's better, Italy or Juve? Italy. I find it baffling, though, how a player or manager gets booked for dissent like Everett, saying like crap probably, but the ref still referees next weekend. It's just because it's just how it is, unfortunately. I think Warnock is a legend, won more promotions than any other manager in the world. Yeah, but he's been relegated a lot as well. Zaha. We are 2 subscribers away from 5,000. It's in this. Is it? It's the second half. Yes, second half. 22 minutes gone in the second half as well. 6-7 minutes on the clock. Free kick to Crystal Palace. It will be Milivojevic to take. And it comes. Away by Emerson Royale. Warnock is definitely the best manager to have managed in the Championship. In terms of, yeah, legacy based in the league, legacy in the league, definitely. You've got people like Nuno Espirito Santo who's done very well. Name me your Italy best starting 11. I'm not sure. I couldn't name everybody. I definitely have people. The 2 lads from Juventus at the back. Chiesa, quite a big fan of. Verratti I like. Immobile I quite like. But I couldn't name a starting 11. If Lampard went to someone like Newcastle or Everton, Palace and done well, Chelsea would have still come calling another time. But Lampard is very well. Yeah, exactly. And also, why would you choose to not go straight away if you have the option to go straight away? So yeah, that's what I think anyway. There's some games in Italy taking place at the moment. All the games I can see are 0-0. Lucas Moura finds Dele Alli. Højbjerg finds Emerson Royale. Suppose it's 0-0. It's been all Palace, Jeff. All Palace. Only true footy fans remember the rivalry between Warnock and Pulis in the late 90s, early 2000s. Did not know that there was a rivalry in the late 90s between them, if I'm being honest. Just having a look at the foul by Tanganga for the second one. Probably is yellow. What's the worst World Cup match you ever watched? I don't know. I watched a lot of the 2014 opening group stages. I watched a lot of them, so it'll probably be one of those, but I couldn't say for sure. A rivalry by any chance to see. Losing Germany 4-1's pretty up there though. A rivalry by any chance to see who's played the most long balls in the game. That's been very long. Well, I'm young, Alex. I'm young. Only 2 shots on target from both sides. Been very poor finishing. Why Zaha beats Højbjerg to the ball. Benteke like a bloody donkey up there. He needs to get off. I think it's time for... I think he should bring on Edouard. Benteke's offered nothing. Offered nothing. All game. England versus Argentina 1966. Do you enjoy England playing Italy? Not when they beat us in the final, no. Not when they beat us in the Euro 2012 either. The football wasn't prime pet ball. I'll just leave it at that. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it was, no. Emerson Royale. Højbjerg. And Ayew wins it back. Gallagher battles well with it as well. He goes out wide. Finds Zaha. Running into the ball. Benteke's in there. Zaha goes alone. Zaha's shot is blocked. Remember when there was a debate as to who would be better out of Benteke and Lukaku? I think we know our answer. 2014 World Cup. Oh, that was in the group stages, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Mitchell. Puts the ball in. Oh, it's off the line! Reguilón off the line. Let me know the team, Alex. Very well done by Reguilón. And Ronaldo does start. Nice. Ball comes in. It's behind from Højbjerg. It will be another corner kick. Ball comes in, headed away. Ward's shot is blocked, and they're bringing it away. Worst World Cup ever was Germany, Austria, and it was fixed. I think Germany needed a draw, and Austria needed a draw, so they let each other score and then done nothing. That was in '82, I think. Since then, they've had us. Van der Beek on the bench. Gallagher's ball in. Calls for handball! Calls for handball! It's penalty! The assistant's given a penalty. Handball by Davis. And it's a penalty kick. VAR will be looking at it, obviously. Let's have a look what I think. Oh, it's handball. It's handball. It's got to be handball. It's handball. Definitely handball. If United had proper CDM, it would be one of the best ever United teams. Yeah, I'm not sure the best ever United team. That's strong. Very strong. They're all arguing over it. And it looks like he's given the penalty. Yeah, I don't think. And it's going to be Wilfried Zaha to take. This could be the big chance. Lloris is going to stand strong. Wilfried Zaha scores! Palace lead 1-0. 1-0 Palace. Wilfried Zaha from the spot, sending Lloris the wrong way. And it's 1-0. No, he just spat his hand out like that. So I don't know why it was so far out. It was out here and it hits him about here. 1-0 Wilfred Zaha. Glad all over, yes, and glad all over. 1-0 Palace. Palace fans probably could not be more relieved. That's the Spurs bubble burst. It's going to be tough now. It's going to be tough. They've had everything go against them. They had Eric Dyer injured. They've had a sending off for Tanganga, and now they've had a penalty. But in all fairness, 2 of those things were their fault. And suddenly, Spurs, 47% of the poll. Now it's been gone down. It was 80% at the start of the game, and it's dwindling away. I'm not sure if you can change your vote. I'm not sure if you can. Nuno wondering what could have been. No, they played really well. Really well, Kevin. Really, really, really well. Really well. And they definitely deserve to be ahead. Whether they deserve to be ahead from a penalty spot, I'm not sure. We are 1 subscriber away from 5,000, my friends. That's the way we like it. We like it. We like it. First debut goal was against Bolton, and he was that good in that day that even Nicky Hunt couldn't. I've heard you mention Kane's name or Son. Are they playing? Kane is playing. He's up front. Son is injured, so he's actually not playing. $357 votes. That's incredible. Thanks so much, everyone who's hit the vote button. Oh, they go long. Spurs. Kane heads on, headed away by Gehi. And Mora plays it to Mitchell. Emerson wins the ball. Gehi is battling with Kane and does very well, and that will be a goal kick. Have some of that, Spurs, for your negative football. Like I say, at the end of the day, you can't have someone sent off and give away a penalty in the space of sort of whatever, however long it's been, and then expect to win the game. Trophies won in the last 5 seasons. Man City 10, Liverpool 4, Chelsea 4, Arsenal 3, Manchester United 0. Some of those trophies aren't real trophies, my guy. Like the Community Shield and stuff. Højbjerg. 2-1 Rangers. St Johnstone 1, Rangers 2. James Tavernier with the goal after 79 minutes. It's going to be a corner kick to Tottenham. Anderson puts it out for a corner. He couldn't get it away. He could only put it up in the sky. Spurs have been getting away with it for most games this season. It was coming. Yeah, they've done very well. Ball comes in. Headed away by Milivojevic. Headed away again. And MacArthur's going to bring the ball forward. There's space out wide for Ayew. He's going to keep it in, Ayew. And it's going to be up against Royale. They have got the man advantage. Gallagher's shot is very, 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 very poor. Spurs can take Mourinho out of the club, but they can't take Stan out of the club. 10 minutes to go. One sub of 5,000. Yeah, count already. One sub. Skip. Region. Headed away. Spurs starting to come into the game a bit more. That's what you can do with the players at Spurs. If you bully Spurs midfield and get at them They go into a shell because they have a poor defence. Why would sack Mourinho and get a younger version of him makes no sense to me. Because they had no one left. I wouldn't say that they're very similar, but they are very, very much problem because they couldn't find anyone else in the job. They were linked with so many people, Gattuso, Conte, Pochettino, and this is the only person they could find that would actually take a job in the circumstances. What do you get for being a 5,000? You have a very, very happy Mike. Skip. Harry Kane. Tries to play that wide, looking for Mora. Gay, he gets there first. Very well done. Milivojevic. Palace bringing the ball forward. Gallagher. Skip. Fouled, and it will be a free kick. Is it just me who's surprised that both managers are kicking off at 3 p.m, especially with City playing Leicester? It is very strange, isn't it? It doesn't happen very often. And Arsenal as well. You get a smile. I think Spurs should have kept Mourinho. Stupid decision to sack him. Was the last person to get the blame on that. No, I disagree. I think they played. I haven't got 5,000 subscribers though. It's only shown as 499. So Edouard has just come on for Crystal Palace, signing of course from Celtic. Like Bolton are the main game on BBC Radio Manchester, but today obviously won't we? Oh, I never knew that. Oh! Edouard has scored! Straight away. I don't know how long he's been on the pitch. What a way to make your debut. And it's 2-0, game, set and match. 2-0 to Palace. Game over. Game over. Edouard with the goal. Nuno Espirito Santos. Says you subscribe, but it's not. So they get Zaha picks the ball up. And Zaha carries on, crosses it back to Edouard, whose shot goes right into the corner, and it's 2-0 Palace. And there we are. Incredible. Incredible. Unbelievable. And it's 2-0 and it's game, set and match. And Edouard makes it 2-0. I said 1-0. Someone said 2. Yeah, he did right at the start. I know. I said 1-1, didn't I, at the start? But it ends 3-0 now. I don't think there'll be another goal. I think it will be 3. I think it will stay 2-0. 5 minutes to go. Palace will be pleased with this result. It would send them up to the 11th, level on points with Brentford. Obviously, they would have played a game more. Tottenham will probably lose top spot because West Ham, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool and Everton are all on 7 points, and with a win would go above Spurs. Nice amount of fantasy points. There we are. Oh, it's gone down. Oh. Never mind. Nice amount of fantasy points coming for Zaha. Yes, very much so. Could be the quickest ever debut goal. I'm not sure what it is, but it would be up there, wouldn't it? Elise has come on for Are Vieira will be buzzing at beating Spurs. I'm sure he will be. Here is Mitchell. Definitely lose top spot, 100%. I think Everton have got Burnley. West Ham have got Southampton. That's at 3 o'clock. Obviously, United have Newcastle. Chelsea have Villa. Liverpool have Leeds tomorrow. And even City could go above them as well with a victory over Leicester. So they could end up probably being about out of the top 4. 372 votes on the poll. I think everyone who's got involved in the poll. Would you like to see Vieira do well with Palace this season? Good win today. Hopefully they do well because they have done very well today. They have played very, very well. They deserve their win. Is that the fastest debut goal ever? I'm not sure. I would imagine it's probably up there. It's got to be up there because it was crazily quick. Here is Conor Gallagher. Edouard Gallagher. Good to see that they had a go at them compared to most teams who would sit against Spurs who would sit back. Yes, they have gone for it. They've really, really gone for it. And it's very, very pleasing to see. Sending a picture of the sub count to my girlfriend. I left for like 20 minutes. Yeah, so what's happened? Tanganga was booked for an altercation with bringing down and an altercation with Zaha. Then he brought down another player and was sent off. 75-minute Ben Davies, who'd just come on, handled in the penalty area and gave away a penalty, which is a hard dispatch. And then Edouard came on and scored in the same minute. Does James know Everton are playing today? Everton aren't playing today, so I doubt he knows. It's been incredible. Incredible game. I was not expecting this. And we had such a small amount of people watching at the start as well. I only had like 10 people watching, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a really quiet stream, but I can't imagine they'd be too impressed. Yeah, Monday. Emerson Royale's ball comes in. We are in the 89th minute. Big Daddy, I think, was tuning in. Well done, Palace. They have played very well. Zaha battling. What's your favourite Italian movie? I don't watch films as a general rule. Glad I watched this game. It's been fantastic. He definitely doesn't know who they're playing, man. Oh, I did not know you supported Liverpool. Probably told me. I was for 5,000 sub. Thank you so much, Leo. Fortunately, we've gone back down again, but I'll probably do a stream at some point and get it back up past 5,000. 17 shots of Palace in front of embarrassing for yeah, but they've been really poor for the whole entire game. Do you think Portugal are a B-Tech Italy? They're not as good as Italy, no. Leah, I think we'll hit the subscribe button, by the way. Zaha has been given man of the match today for his contribution. I need Edouard in my fantasy team after this. Well, he's that efficient. My favourite Italian movie is anything starring Sofia Gucci. Starring. Don't even know who that is. San Marino or France? San Marino. Play well today. Crystal Palace from Malawi. I assume that's Malawi. One of my favourite Arab footballers was born in Malawi. Kane trying to get the better of Mitchell, but Mitchell gets there first and gets it away, only as far as Lucas Moura. Moura's still going, and he gets it away. Only Zaha. Milivojevic. Elise. Conor Gallagher. And it's Edwards again. It's again. Oh, 3-0. It's Edwards again. Unbelievable. 3-0. Lloris looks devastated. 3-0. Edouard with a goal. Very, very good. And Spurs, who didn't concede in their opening 3 games, have now conceded 3 goals in 1 game. How often does that happen? Any stream at 3. I might do a stream just because I'm so close to 5,000. Edouard, the best debut ever. Well, certainly coming off the bench. 3-0. Game, set, and match. Spurs getting pumped. They sure are. 2 goals from Edouard. 1 from the penalty spot from Wilfried Zaha. And it's game, set, and match here. And that is full time. It is full time. It has finished 3-0 to Crystal Palace. 2 goals. The opening after a sending off from Tanganga for 2 bookable offences. Wilfried Zaha converted a penalty after Ben Davies handled in the area after 75 minutes. Edouard came on and then immediately scored after about 10-15 seconds. Edouard with the goal there. And then Edouard with the last kick of the game made it 3-0. Thanks so much for everyone who's watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And I will be streaming again very, very shortly, hopefully. So if you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.